What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Shelby Lifestyle. Today we've got the GT350R back out. No, I have not cleaned it since the last track day. I really want to show you guys what it looks like right after you go to the racetrack and bring it back to your house. The whole front end, it gets covered with tar. I made a whole video on this a couple months back. That's the one negative that I really just dislike about going to track days with any one of my cars. And this being a white car, it definitely shows much more than others. One thing that I have to get rid of now is the Global Time Attack decals on the side. I had to put those on for the Global Time Attack that I attended at, I think it was Willow Springs. Yeah, I had to put that on and a whole banner over the windshield. Took that one off right after the sessions, but that's next up. Actually, I kept this on because my magnetic number 1 for the side of the GT350R actually flew off on Auto Club Speedway. I got black flagged, I didn't know why, and then I pulled in later to find out my whole side decal is missing, it's vanished. Yes, even though I'm getting a McLaren 600 LT, this is still an American focused channel. We have two incredible Ford products. We've got the Shelby GT350R and we've got the GT500 Super Snake. Both these cars we're never ever gonna see ever again. You're never gonna have a flat plane crank V8 straight out of Ford. That's amazing. Think about it. This is the same technology used in the McLaren I'm getting and the Ferrari 458. That is actually the base car that they designed this engine off of, the Ferrari 458. And then for the Super Snake, you know, you've got a 6-speed manual transmission. It only comes in a 6-speed manual. You've got that 5.8 liter V8. What really helps differentiate this car and the GT500 Super Snake is that the Snake, you don't have independent rear suspension at all. This car reminds me of a solid sports car. It's like a Porsche in that manner. The GT500, that's a renegade vehicle. That's the kind of vehicle you throw down in, do burnouts, donuts. They're totally different, which is why I love them. So whenever I make videos regarding the GT350R and when I make videos regarding the Super Snake, those will be under the Shelby Lifestyle. And with the McLaren, I think we can make something up regarding that. So if you don't like the McLaren at all and you're still a hardcore Ford guy like I am myself, you don't need to watch them. Just disregard them. And stick with the good old flat plane crank, white and blue, all heritage GT350 and the badass Super Snake. Anyways, enough with all the talking outside. It's like 100 degrees out over here in SoCal. Like, I can't stand the weather in the summer. It's terrible. So let's get in the R. Exact temperature, it's 99 degrees out right now. Oh my gosh. You always expect a high performance car to have a lot of trouble in the heat, but no, not for this car at all. The GT350R handles amazing in the heat. I've driven it at Willow Springs at over 100 degrees. The car ran great, perfectly fine. The negative though, and this even happened in my last track day, is that you use so much tread going to each track day that once you get back, you look and you realize I'm financially screwed. And that is because the tires that are put on these high performance track cars are amazing. Yeah, that's a given. But they are super pricey. They are the most expensive tires that I have ever seen. Comparing them to the drag radials that you put on your muscle car like Mickey Thompson's or Nito's, it's like double the price. That is something that I don't understand, but there's got to be a reason behind it. It's probably because the compound they use for those tires, having 305 tires in the front and 315 tires in the back certainly does not help that situation by any means. But it's not a very good sight thinking about how I got to replace $1,600 worth of tires when I'm trying to save up and buy a McLaren right now. It's not the best situation, but you don't go to the track every single weekend, or at least most people don't. this kind of a car, what's so amazing about the Shelby GT350 is that you can drive it so easily on the street. I have knocked it before saying it's not a daily driver, because when I see this car and when I drive it around, I could never imagine it being a daily driver, and that is mainly due to where I live. I live in Southern California. The front splitter on this car is so low compared to that of the normal GT350, and it is actually, I believe, a half an inch lower, so it's not the best for these kind of roads. Nonetheless, I still have a blast driving it around, and I can't get over the feeling of it. This is why I really want to maintain the Shelby side of my channel, because my channel really is fundamentally a Shelby channel. Getting the McLaren is gonna open up a whole new world to me regarding the exotic supercar scene, because having Shelbys, you're not exactly welcome in that scene. It seems like the exotic scene takes everything other than American, which it's in its name, exotic, but I would like to see much more like Corvettes or Vipers and stuff joining in that mix. Good news, everybody. I will be beginning to post on a weekly schedule with all my videos. On Mondays, expect a new video. On Wednesdays, expect a new video. And on Fridays. I am very excited about this new schedule. It's been kind of hard for me to post a lot of videos a week, or even daily videos like I promised. But because I go to college right now, I'm a full-time college student. There's a bunny right there. You gotta watch out, because the whole front end of the GT350 and the R, it's like a roadkill device, and if you were to hit anything, that's not gonna be good at all. I'm a full-time college student, and I'm trying to run a business at the same time. The thing about the YouTube business is that this is something that I love to do. It's not work to me at all. It's just a matter of finding the free time to go out, film a video, and then spend 8 to 10 hours editing it. For my channel, I prefer to keep the most quality as possible. That is something that I live by with this channel. Quality is first. So it does take me a little bit longer to make my videos, but I would rather have an amazingly put together video than one that I can throw together in a couple hours. So don't ever expect anything going downhill. It's going straight uphill from here. I want to take the time to respond to a major question I've gotten within this past, I think, couple months now, is that why have I chosen to get a McLaren over the Ford GT? Which, that is a great question. I'm glad you guys are wondering this. Well, it's because you can't exactly get up and go buy a Ford GT. The Ford GTs, some of you know this, you have to make an application video. You have to fill out all these documents regarding why I think I deserve the car. And this process takes multiple years, is what I've heard, and you have to sell yourself, which that's been a difficulty for a lot of people that want the Ford GT. They're only making 1,000 of them. They built, I think, 500 of them so far. I might be wrong, so don't quote me on that figure, but I do know they're making 1,000 of them, and they've made it for 2 to 3 years now. So it's gonna be quite a few. 1,000 is, in my opinion, quite a few. But the whole process of getting one is so complex and so difficult. It's why the car is holding so much value. And that's another thing. My question is, if the Ford GT will, in fact, retain all its value. My concern is this. Once the 2-year contract ends, are a lot of Ford GT owners going to try to sell their cars to make that, big profit? Because if you can sell yours right now, which some people have, and they've gotten, I think, sued by Ford, I can easily see a lot of Ford GT owners trying to sell their car and make $500,000 off it. And if all the Ford GT owners start trying to sell their cars to make money, the more Ford GTs that end up on the market, then eventually the prices start going down. So I'm looking forward to finding out, seeing what the market is going to be for the Ford GT in a couple of years from now. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure to comment down below what you think. Also subscribe for much more of the Shelby lifestyle. And for a bit of some McLaren, I'll see you guys in the next video.